Hi Aquarius, I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. This is going to be a general message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the last 2 weeks of November 2019. Guys, if the messages don't fit, please don't try to make them fit if they're not resonating with you, okay? Then it's just not your message. Check your sun sign. Besides your sun sign, check your moon sign, your rising, and your Venus. Your moon is your emotions. Venus is how you do connection and how you see money. And your rising sun is your personality, how you view the world and how the world views you. So all really good messages to find there. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm going to be doing a separate reading this week coming up having to do with pulling tarot messages for the transits, guys. So this is just going to be a straight up spiritual message tonight. Some people like the astrology thrown in, some people don't. So we just separate them out for the most part. All right, let's pull a Secret Rebels Oracle for your crowning energy. Let's see what we have. Restore and replenish. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. Restore and replenish. You are in need of something so much deeper than rest right now, Aquarius. You need restoration, replenishment, and revival. This is not the kind of rest, though, from like laying around, taking a minute out of your day, but really breaking with your routine right now, just doing something different. I'm getting that many of you are in need of some sort of variety, some spice, some change to bring fresh energy into your body, into your energy field. You need to restore and revive yourself by changing the usual flow of energy through your being. So you could stimulate this process by just going to a different place, maybe meeting some different people, taking just any kind of different action than what you normally do. Yeah, I do like this. I just get that you guys have been working really, really hard. And you're just kind of, oh God, there's still so much more to do, right? I'm just getting that, I'm hearing, oh, but I'm not done yet. I have so much left to do. So, but this is saying, put down the paintbrush, the pen, the endless lists of the to do, this, that, the other thing, rest your thinking minds and really get into your body and take time to experience yourself, if you can, in nature and just a time out doing something that really just really speaks to you, But for others of you, this is also a confirmation that you're in a really important transitional phase between one level of experience in your life and the next. And I'm getting like a lot of you feel as though like you're treading water or many of you are getting like some sort of purgatory someplace between your old life and your new life. And if you're resonating with this, you can't quite break into the level like that you're reaching for, and it's a little frustrating, but this energy says to have faith because you're just taking a breather between races. So soon you're going to have the power and the energy that you're going to need to reach for that next level. It's all going to turn out great. Now, others of you, I feel like, have been thinking about a new endeavor, or maybe some of you have recently started one, is what I'm getting. That this is very encouraging. This is a really good step forward. So you might be worried that you've taken on or taking on too much, and you're encouraged to take a time out to rest and rebalance yourself. You're feeling that. But you're very supported in your need for new and different experiences to refresh your spirit here. So you may let some of these new endeavors go once you've gained what you need from them. However, they're very useful right now. They're very, very useful right now. And this is very important to heed this advice. And some of you, I feel like you're just going to be just really healing. Like maybe you haven't been feeling too good. Maybe you've been just working too hard or just a little under the weather. But the energy here is very supportive of you getting back to the basics and just taking a time out. But beautiful encouragement for those of you who have started something new in your life. So really good. All right, so let's get right into the messages. Let's pull some messages from the Tarot de la Nuit to get some messages about where you are within this 2-week period, last 2 weeks in November 2019. Any messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Okay, nobody wants to come out, so we're going to pull, we're going to cut and pull. Sometimes they don't want to come out. Sometimes the cards are shy. Okay, let's see what we have. Like the World, Page of Wands, the Fool, Ten of Swords. Okay, so The world reverse is still positive. It's just not happening right now. So the world is everything. It's being on the right path, Aquarius. This is really wonderful. Even reverse. It just tells me that right now you feel this path that you're entering into. You're really trying very hard to manifest it for yourself. Because I'm feeling that very strong through a lot of the readings. And I don't normally get that. Lots of people trying to manifest, which I think is great. I really think it's great. Just be very mindful of not blocking anything in your conscious or subconscious mind. No negative thoughts. In other words, if you really want this job, how they say, envision it, have yourself there. But guys, after that, let it go. Let it go. Let it flow, let it go. Envision it and then let it go. Write it down and then let it go. Busy your mind and body doing something else, and don't hyper focus on something that you want to bring to fruition, because that is actually a blocked manifestation. If you believe in that, okay? Because not everybody does. If you do, I just feel like that's a really huge mistake a lot of people make when they're trying to manifest, is they become too hyper vigilant, hyper focused. It's the wanting it, envisioning it, tasting it, smelling it, putting yourself there, then wrapping it up in a nice, neat package and letting it go. And just, living your life outside of that. But the world it's all happening for you, which is absolutely beautiful. But again, the reverse just says there is going to be a delay. And you want to try not to get in your way, which is why I'm saying this. But the energy here is completely supportive. So we have the Page of Wands. Page is the youngest energy in the court, in the core cards, right? So this does indicate a new cycle, and Wands are willingness. So I'm getting that there's some sort of delay in this next cycle. As you're trying to enter into this next cycle of your life, there is a delay that you're definitely experiencing here. But you're so ready, Aquarius. You are the Fool in this energy, which is beautiful. I love the Fool. I think that rather than the Fool being 0, I really think it should be Past the World, right? Is that last final card in the deck, because I really do think all of the energies in the tarot are in the Fool. Because this is about taking calculated risk, being really optimistic, being brave, right? Understanding that connections are going to need to be made, risks are going to have to be taken, and there's just this idea of just giving it a shot. And how brave is that, right? So I feel like you're very in that space of doing it, because you are very done with the cycle that you've had going on in your life right now. Very done, very done. 10 of Swords is one sword at a time in your back over time because of a situation. And it's you just came to the realization, and it may have been quite painful, that the truth of the matter is, because swords are truth, that whatever situation or cycle that you've been in up until this point is not serving your highest good. And you're very, very excited to move into a new space. Now, for some of you, this doesn't have to mean the ending of anything, by the way, guys. This is a cycle. A cycle has to be over. So it could be a cycle in a relationship, and then you guys need to figure out a way if you want to be together, right? It depends on the person that you're dealing with, right? This is a general message. If you're dealing with somebody who is willing and on the same page as you, mutually recognizing that maybe what you guys have had going on is not the best, not very healthy, not very, it's toxic actually, right? So this idea of, let me just turn this light down. This idea of rebuilding is going to have to happen here. As for a relationship, some of you may be at a space where you really, really enjoy your career, but you're not really very happy in your job. So maybe you decide to get a new job, or you put in for a promotion or a transfer or something like that. Or you're deciding to go for an additional certification, go back to school, do something to move yourself out of where you are at this point. This could also indicate some of you moving out of your house for the first time, or moving homes, getting a new place to live. But it's the end of a cycle. It's the end of a cycle, and that's what I get. But I do get this very clear feeling that you're going in a beautiful direction, that whatever cycle that you're evolving out of is definitely better in the past, and you don't want to take it into your future. You feel excited about it. You're going to do it, but something is getting in the way of you being able to move forward. So let's check out what some of the blocks might be to make this happen. Okay, let's get some energies on what the blocks for Aquarius will be for this last 2 weeks. Let's see if these cards want to speak today. I feel like that wants to come out with strength. Nice. Okay, messages. 7 of Cups, reversed. Ooh, goodness, they're all coming out. I feel like those wanted to come out. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have strength, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean, between this and then we had the Fool. So this is a block for you though, okay? But the fact that it's here means that you're ultimately going to be able to tap into this part of yourself, Aquarius. But right now, you're just feeling very challenged in the strength area as far as evolving yourself from point A to point B. I do feel, and I'm not feeling that that's for nothing. I feel like it's just because you don't know all the information. And I forget whose reading I was doing before. It might have been Scorpios, where I was saying, like, how many times have we all been saying this year, like, I just don't know. I don't know. I have to wait and see. I don't have all the information. I just don't know. And it's just been all this Neptune influence, right? It's just everything going on in the sky. It's been crazy. But then we have the 7 of Cups. Yeah. So a little confusion. You're a little confused here. You know, you have a vision in your mind of where you ultimately want to see yourself. You do, but you're looking at the practical aspects of what's available to you right now. And I'm getting that you just feel like, honestly, you don't have all the information, because that is what the 7 of Cups is, you know. We know what 5 of the Cups are, right? We have higher consciousness. Well, we have higher consciousness, blessings, abundance, the ultimate utopia, and wisdom. But these two guys, I mean, they look a little scary. That's a baby dragon. This, we're not really sure what's going on here. We just don't know what's in those two. So it's just not having all of the information. And in the upright, it's about being a little like confused and scared, a little scared. I don't feel like you're scared. I feel like you just don't have all the information. And when you do, you're going to feel a lot stronger about moving forward in something, because you feel like right now something's being obscured from sight for you. It could just be you simply not knowing and feeling a little vulnerable and insecure about how something's going to work out. But there is an argument that's happening here. And the 5 of Swords arguments can be, not going to lie, they could be a little messy. Now, this could be an internal conflict inside yourself. And the swords are truth. So it's a fighting with what's real, what's not. And it's not uncommon that we have these arguments within ourselves, right? You know, am I right in wanting this? Or am I crazy for wanting this? I don't know, is this going to work? What is it going to look like on the other side of it? Am I going to have what I need? Am I going to be supported? You know, that kind of energy. So if that's resonating when you're in this space of internal conflict, and that could have to do with anything regarding a relationship, a job, something in your family, whatever. But now if you're resonating with this external, there's somebody in your life who you're having an argument with. And again, the 5 of Swords can get messy because there's a lot of ego in the 5 of Swords energy, if you think about it, because if you guys are fighting about what's true, what's not true, that's tough, right? And I always say 4 people can look at the same thing and walk away with 4 different perspectives of something. So sometimes it's not even a matter of right, wrong, or indifferent, right? What do they say? How many versions, like, what is that saying? Why can't I remember it? And I always say it's like my students, where there's 3 sides to every story, his side, her side, and the truth, right? As they say. So I'm getting that you were dealing with this kind of energy with someone where there was deflection, maybe they were gaslighting you, tapping into like flying monkey energy, where they were like, well, even my family says, and even our friends say, and even the kids believe, you know, where they're trying to get all these like imaginary people on their side, and you're just feeling like they just don't get it, you know? So a lot of you, I'm feeling, are dealing with that kind of energy. And with, you know, listen, and that in and of itself is just a major block right there, right? Having that conflict. But I'm getting that this person, on a couple of levels, this is disturbing you. First of all, it's putting a block in you, which, like I said before, we can't have any blocks if we're going to manifest, right? So it's putting you in a space of questioning yourself. And if you're not questioning yourself, you're feeling very enraged by this individual. And that's just like not a good vibe to have. But you're only human. And of course you're going to feel it if you're having a 5 of Swords kind of argument. But it's putting you back on your heels and you're not wanting to open up. And this is a real block. Like there's something that you're simply not willing to do anymore at this point. So this could have to do with a relationship. It could have to do with a job, anything. But there's something here as a result of this Five of Swords conflict that you're realizing you're just not willing to take part in it because you feel like you don't know all the information. There's this discord and you're just not comfortable with this combination of things, and it's putting you back on your heels. And you're having a very hard time, though, feeling balanced and feeling very strong in your own convictions. This is an exhausting energy. So I'm not surprised that we got the restore and replenish as your crowning. Okay, so those are exhausting blocks, because who wants that, right? To have that kind of nonsense to deal with that, right? So let's check your blessings out. Nice blessings. The chakra deck. Let's get some blessings for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh, for the last 2 weeks of November. Okay, let's get some blessings. A couple more. Okay. Good. Let's look at these and then we'll pull more if we need. So I like when I get reversals and then people often write reversals in a blessing. No, thank you. I don't want those. But, you know, as I've been saying in most of the videos, for some reason, this cycle of readings, there's so much value in reversals because it really illuminates what we need to focus on. And because we have free will, guys, we always do. This is only tarot, okay? We have free will. We can turn them right side up. But we have to pay attention to what the blessing is telling us that we need to let go of, right, when it's in the reversal, and what we need to focus on, right? So the blessing here is the Fool, yeah, right? Again, right? This is willing the beautiful. This is the blessing for you, right? Is just this innate feeling that you know you're ready to take a chance and you're ready to open your heart and just do whatever you need to do to get to that next level. Yeah, I like it. So we have the Five of Coins reversed. This is a very mental energy. And as a block, this is telling me that you're recognizing that whatever you're involved in right now, it's not speaking to you anymore, Aquarius. You're not feeling connected to it. You're not feeling supported. So if this is a relationship, this is feeling like your partner, your friend, your family, this job, like nobody really has your back in the way that you really need. And it's this sense of lack, right? It's a sense of lack. So, you know, really do get more of a, because pentacles can mean, you know, resources and money, of course, but also this idea of support, like mental support, physical support, emotional support. And you're just identifying right now very clearly, a couple of things. Let's look at these all at the same time. So you're identifying that you're not getting the support that you need. You feel the sense of lack in your situation. You're not even confused about it. The blessing here is the clarity and being able to identify where you're not feeling supported. Identify areas in your life that you feel like you're not getting back what you give, and there's just like not this reciprocity. There's not this balancing of the scales. There's a lack of fairness in some area of your life. This could, again, have to do with your relationship, your job, something that's going on in your family. But there's this identification of something being unfair. And you don't have the blinders on anymore. And you're not making excuses anymore. Because you're recognizing that if you're going to stay in this cycle as it is right now, you're not going to have your Ten of Coins energy. And you need to pay attention to this, because we all want to get there to that Ten of Coins. Is about being on the right path. It's having what you need. It's having the connection that you're dying for, that relationship that you really wish, the connection to a career that you really want, feeling like you're in the right place with the right people. And this is what we really want. We all do, right? But, you know, the blessing here is it's like the blinds are off your eyes, and there's so much clarity here. And that what's leading in with the Fool, I love this. Because this is going to be ruling. Your blessing is about you recognizing the dysfunction in an area of your life, and you really being very brave in your ability ultimately to take that leap of faith. I really like that. So let's find out about how it's going to be working out for you in the outcome. Let's see some outcome energies for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus The last 2 weeks of November 2019, please. 2019. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius. 2019. November 2019. Okay. I'm getting messy, but you don't want to drop. Okay. Oh, nice. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Beautiful Death card. Beautiful. We'll pull a qualifier on that. It's more fighting. Poking at each other in the dark, in the fog, in the dark. Boop, boop. Yeah. Fighting with each other. All right. First of all, Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning for you, Aquarius. If this has to do with work, you're getting a new job offer, or you're making a decision. Something is hitting you for a new business. There is a new beginning here for sure. If this has to do with a relationship, someone is coming back who's been, you were in a relationship and you guys broke up and there's a reconnection here. I feel like that because we have the Death card. And the Death card is about endings with simultaneous new beginnings. So I feel like that if you were in a space, if this is speaking to you as being in a space with the person in a relationship, you got to a point where you put your foot down and you were just not having it as the way it was anymore. You just weren't having it. Now, for some of you, you're getting rid of that and you're ending that cycle altogether. And you're ending that cycle and you're beginning something brand new with somebody. For others of you, you're going back to this person. I'll pull more cards. Let's see if we can get more information about that. But there's something happening here where you have a new beginning in your heart space. And the reason I also feel like I'm feeling very, very strong, Aquarius, that this is somebody who you've been with before. And you guys are figuring your stuff out now. Because we get the 10 of Cups energy. And you can't get the 10 of Cups with a new person. You just can't. It's one cup at a time over time. There's a duration about this energy. You follow? It's like there's time vested here. These people have a history together. This is not brand new. I'm not getting that. Now, I do have to say this is a general reading, so there may be exceptions to this, but I have to tell you what I'm getting first and foremost. I do believe that when it comes to those of you who are watching this video right now with a relationship on your heart that you're looking for some information about, I do feel that in the outcome of all of this, standing your ground, really getting in touch with, and some arguing that's definitely going to be happening, and it's going to be happening even in the outcome. There is going to be this offer. There's going to be this offer of love, a beautiful ending of an old way of doing things. You guys are going to be reframing the affect of your relationship, really beautiful. And this is all about regenerating something that is there already. I mean, that's what the 10 of Cups is. It's a deepening of commitment, a deepening of connection, improvement in communication. It's connection within family. This is a beautiful family card, reconnecting, healing within families. Those of you who have been in a weird space with your families. Now, the 5 of Wands reverse. The 5 of Wands, first of all, is just fighting. It's like poking each other in the foggy dark, right? And it's just, nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody's really winning. It's a hot mess. Look at them. They're all over the place. I don't know what they're doing. It's such an unorganized, silly fight, right? And it's like a battle of the wills, right? Because Wands are will. But in the reverse, the reality here is you're fighting a fight that's not even your fight to fight. And I'm saying that because I feel like you're gonna be in the space of feeling like somebody is gonna be needing to address things with you and inciting an argument where you're gonna be sitting there saying, but this issue isn't even mine that they're arguing with me about. I'm good. I don't know what the heck they're talking about. So I feel like you're gonna have to deal with that. That's the only little snafu. Let's pull some cards on that. Nice. Page of Swords, okay? Not mad at that. Sun is always really positive, even in the reverse. Let's pull one more. Hermit, all right, good. Well, first of all, this is happening really quickly because we have the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is very fast communication. A text, so I feel like for many of you, if you're resonating with this, you're not in contact with the person right now, and something's that they're going to text you, they're going to call you, they're going to just show up. But it's very, very fast communication. There's a lot of fast energy here, guys. This is about quickly needing to put your ducks in a row, quickly needing to assess things, quickly needing to make decisions here, okay? But I feel like they're going to come in like, you know, blazing saddles, right? Like ready to get this thing going, feeling really excited to give you their Ace of Cups and really open up this next chapter. And you're going to be like, okay, hold on a second now. We need to have this conversation. And they're going to get upset about that. But your whole attitude is just like, hold on. The sun's not going anywhere. It's there for us. It's ours, right? We need to talk about things. I'm not feeling comfortable with the way certain things happen. I need for some truths to come out. I feel like you weren't being very straight up and honest or fair, or were, you know, functioning within your integrity when you did A, B, and C. And it's having that conversation. So they're going to come in with blazing horses and you're going to be like, hold the phone. And the sun, that's exactly what the sun is. The sun is just a very minor delay. I think I've been saying, because a couple of signs did say it, it's almost like you live in house A and you're going to be moving to house C. So it's going to take a minute to get your things together in house A, pack up your boxes, clean up, do all of that, and then walk over to house C and set up house, right? It's the time in between things that's necessary. And that's the reversal. Here's what I'm getting. But time and commitment and communication is going to turn this upright, guys, right? Free will. You're going to turn it upright, and you will. And this is beautiful. This is the path that you are meant to be on. You really are. And I like this because we got the Hermit here. And the Hermit is a very pensive energy, very in your head. Some of you might be dealing with the Virgo, but we have all the signs here. But what I like about the Hermit upright is that the Hermit's taking, so you're going to be taking mental space, Aquarius, to really think about something through. You really are going deep thinking about this. But what I like about it in the upright is that you're going to talk to a person or two, maybe a partner, about how you feel about the situation. And there's going to be communication here, but it's going to come from the deepest parts of your soul. It's like there's a quietness about this. It's like a respectable introspection. There's no more flippant yelling back and forth. This is you guys sitting down and having some really chill, open, honest communication. Now, if this doesn't have anything to do with a relationship for you, again, new job, ending of an old job, this job is going to be absolutely beautiful. You're going to be going through some internal conflict and some weirdness when you leave one stage to enter this other stage. But the change is going to happen very, very quickly. It's going to take you a minute to acclimate to this new position, but you're completely in the right space, and you're going to be very pensive about where you're moving your life next once you settle into this new position. So however this resonates, but there's newness here for relationships, there's newness here in job, in career. I'm not getting too many messages, guys. I have to tell you, nothing clear is coming through for me about friendships or issue with family, other than I do feel like those of you who've had some family members who you haven't been in contact with for a while because there's been conflict, I feel like that conflict is going to be healed for many of you with that 10 of Cups energy. So, yeah, beautiful reading, Aquarius. This is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.